like books.
Books are great.
Let's
Guess
go
we'll read some
books.
And
Welcome
go.
to ZomboCom.
ZomboCom.
You can do anything you want at ZomboCom. Everyone knows that.
Anything at all?
Yes.
What's the limit, though?
Anything.
So what you're saying is the only limit is myself.
Yes. You could do anything.
Well, welcome to ZomboCom. You who have come to ZomboCom. This is Anger, Handling a Powerful Emotion in a Healthy Way, Part 10, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Part 10. Oh, I need a timer.
We need like a 10th anniversary video.
A 10th anniversary. Happy 10th anniversary.
Let's have a wedding. Let's have a baby.
What?
Let's get married. Let's kill someone off. Okay.
A 10th anniversary? Like it's a show? I get it.
It's from Teen Girl Squad.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. We were talking about how to... You cannot have warm fellowship with him when he refuses to deal with the offense, which always divides.
We were talking about restoration.
Right here. Thus.
As a result or consequence of. Thus.
In the church, or out of the church, reconciliation with a friend or family member is always the ideal. Confronting is never for the purpose of condemning, but rather for restoring the relationship to one that is genuine, open, and loving. If there has been a misunderstanding, the air is to be cleared so that we can resume fellowship as brothers or husbands and wives. If wrongdoing is confessed, we are to forgive, and the relationship is restored. The Apostle Paul wrote that we must always remember that we may be the next one who offends.
We may be the next one who offends?
That we may be the next one. The one next time who offends?
Okay, I won't take issue with that. My inner grammar Nazi is screaming, but I'm choosing to ignore that.
Yeah, have you ever taken some of the Old Testament and ran it through spell check?
No.
Microsoft Word? It's hilarious.
Really? Well, it depends on what version you're using, I suppose. Okay. None of us is perfect, and when we do wrong, we are likely to stimulate anger in the person whom we have wronged. Also, water is wet. Loving confrontation is not easy for most people. We have had no training and very little experience in this approach to handling anger. We are far more experienced in either ventilating or seeking to deny or hide our anger. But such approaches are always destructive. Loving confrontation with a view to reconciliation is normally the best approach. The final step.
Stop. We're going to get content flagged by YouTube.
Okay.
We'll get in trouble.
If you use more than a 30-second clip, then you get...
It's actually, I think, 10 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, they can identify it. If
That's
it's
strict.
more than 10 seconds, your video is permabanned. Which brings us to our fifth step. Take constructive action. Once we have explored our options, it is time to take action. If I choose to let the offense go, then I should share this decision with God. You might say something like, these lines are so close together, I'm having a hard time reading them. So let's do ka-ching. That one?
Try just maximum... Oh, wait.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's better. Okay,
Can you
where
hit
were we?
F11?
Fifth step, constructive action. I should share this decision with God. If I choose to let the offense go, I should share this decision with God. You may say something like this. Lord, you know what has happened. You know how hurt I am, how angry I feel. But I really believe that the best thing for me to do in this situation is to accept the wrong and turn the person over to you. You know not only his actions, but his motives. I know that you are a righteous God, so I trust you to do what is right by the person. I also release my anger to you. The anger stimulated me to think through the situation, and I am taking the step I believe to be best. Therefore, the matter is over. Lewis Black has served his purpose, and I release him to you.
You have to release him in the wild to make room for your Pokeballs. Help me not to be controlled by any residual thoughts and feelings that come to me over the next few days. I want to use my life constructively and not be hindered by this event. Thank you that I am your child and that you will take care of me.
If over the next few days or weeks your mind reverts to the wrong done to you, and the emotions of hurt and anger return, take those thoughts and feelings to God and say, Lord, you know what I am remembering right now. You know the feelings that I am feeling. But I thank you that I have dealt with that and I release those feelings, thoughts to you. Help me now to do something constructive with with my life the rest of this day. Then you move out to face the challenges of today.
You let joy drive for a little while.
Let joy drive. Quit letting anger drive. Let joy drive for a little bit.
On the other hand, if you choose the option of lovingly confronting the person who has wronged you, remember the challenge given by Paul. Brothers, if someone is caught in a sin, you who are spiritual should restore him gently. But watch yourself, or you may also be tempted. Your confrontation may go something like this. I have something
Karen, I have something that's bothering me, and I need your input. Can we talk right now? Right now.
Right in the middle of this, let's read.
Right now in the middle of this WeRead.
Yes. We read, let's read. Okay. Your request is granted.
I'm feeling some hurt and.
Some hurt and?
Yes, I'm feeling some hurt and.
I'm sorry you're feeling some hurt and. What can I do to help? It'd be better if you felt some actual hurt, but hurt and I don't know what to do with.
This line is pretty good. You might even write this down. I have something that is bothering me, and I need your input. Is there a time we can talk? I'm not going to demand it right now. Mm-hmm. Is there a time we can talk? They're going to add to this a little bit later, but this is a good sentence to start with. I have something that's bothering me, and I need your input. I need your help. Is there a time we can talk? If your request is granted, you may say something like, I'm feeling some hurt and anger.
Over something that happened.
We couldn't guess that anger was the next word. I'm feeling some hurt and anger over something that happened. I know that I may be misunderstanding the situation, and that's why I want to talk about it. Yesterday, when
whatever you did,
I interpreted that as a very unkind action. I felt like you were not considering my feelings at all. Maybe I misunderstood your actions, but I need to resolve this. Perhaps the person will give an explanation that will shed light upon his or her actions, give you a different perspective on the actions and the person's intentions. On the other hand, the person may admit that what he or she did was thoughtless and unkind and may ask you to forgive him or her. In this case,
you must always forgive.
If they ask you to forgive, you must forgive.
Doesn't necessarily mean you forgot about the situation or that you're never going to have consequences from it, but you must forgive.
Well, yeah, we're talking about just the people who truly want to follow Christ here. If that's not your goal, then do whatever you want. This is for just the Christ followers. If you want to walk in his steps and be obedient to the cross, you must always forgive.
So you get a free pass if you're not a Christian?
No, but I'm just saying they don't have to answer to me.
Okay.
Person may admit that what he or she was thoughtless and unkind. In this case, you must always forgive if you want to be like Christ. If the offense was extremely grave in nature, forgiveness may not restore your trust in the person. We'll discuss the nature of forgiveness in a later chapter, but forgiveness is the promise that you will no longer hold this particular offense against the person. Your anger has served its purpose, and the two of you are reconciled.
Such loving confrontation typically results in either a genuine confession of wrongdoing and the extending of forgiveness, or the conversation sheds new light upon the subject. You learn what the person said or did was not exactly what you had perceived, or that the motives were not the ones you had attributed to him or her. In either case, the issue is clear. The matter is resolved, and the relationship continues to grow, and there's butterflies and rainbows and kittens. Anger has served its rightful purpose. It has motivated you to take constructive action and to see that the issue was resolved.
I don't want money to come between us. No.
I'd say she a gold digger.
What?
I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Confrontation does not always lead to justice, but it may well lead to a restored relationship. Take Bill, a hard worker. He had achieved some success in his business and had accumulated a substantial investment portfolio. Jerry, his longtime friend, was starting a new business and came to Bill asking for a loan of $50,000 to help him get his business off the ground. Bill freely loaned him the money. They each signed a simple loan agreement that Jerry could have the money for 1 year without interest, and after that he would repay the entire sum or renegotiate the loan. By the end of the year, Jerry's business was no longer in existence, and the $50,000 had been spent. Jerry got another job, but his salary was not adequate to repay the loan. He promised to repay Bill whenever he was able over the next 5 years. Jerry never made enough to repay the loan. He had good intentions, but never came through with the money. Bill let it ride, but struggled with anger towards Jerry. Eventually, Bill had a reversal in his own business and could have really used that $50,000. But Jerry was not able to pay. After much prayer and talking with his pastor, Bill confronted Jerry and shared his anger. Jerry expressed his own pain that he was not able to repay the loan. "If I had the money, I would give it to you," he said. "If I ever get it, I will give it to you." Bill decided to no longer expect the money from Jerry. He told Jerry, "We have been friends for a long time. I don't want money to be a barrier between us. If you're ever able to repay the loan, I would really like that. But if not, I'm not going to pressure you over the money anymore." Bill had the legal right to sue Jerry for failure to repay. However, he knew that to do so would devastate Jerry financially. He chose not to do that, believing that it would serve no good purpose. His was the choice to accept less than he desired. He
and Jerry are still friends, and Jerry sincerely hopes that someday he will be able to repay Bill. He is deeply grateful for Bill's attitude. Bill's choice not to press the matter has made it possible for the friendship to endure.
We cannot make people confess, repent, and reconcile with us. We cannot make them.
It's a sad truth, but it is true. If we could make people confess, repent, and reconcile with us, it would be a different kind of world. There are times when choosing not to seek justice is the best alternative. For Bill, this is a conscious choice that came after confronting Jerry with his thoughts and feelings. Confrontation led to a restoration that was something less than ideal. But Bill is now free from his anger, and his relationship with Jerry has improved. Loving confrontation always opens up the possibility of dealing with the wrong and restoring the relationship. Of course, there's always the possibility that when you confront someone... Why do you keep defining words?
I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm trying to fix the capture software.
Okay.
I feel like if I click on the word, then it has to be on that page. I don't know. I'm trying to find ways around the bugs with our capture software.
Okay, good to know.
That's why. I'm sorry if it's annoying you. I'll try to...
It's not annoying me. I'm just wondering, and I know that somebody might comment on it.
Well, if I didn't fix the bugs, I'm going to just screenshot all these pages, and then you won't even know. You won't see me clicking, so... Mm-hmm.
Which would be sad, because you can't see yourself do little cursor dances. Okay. Exactly.
Okay, that's my cursor dance.
Of course, there's always a possibility that when you confront someone, the person will deny wrongdoing, even though you know the person has wronged you. This often happens when a spouse confronts a partner who is guilty of having an affair. The partner lies in order to protect himself or herself. The lie itself gives rise to more anger. If you are certain of your facts, you must then realize that you cannot reconcile with this person. Unconfessed sin fractures relations with people and God. You must then decide what your next step will be. This may be turning to a pastor, a counselor, or trusted friend to seek advice. It may be reading an appropriate book. It will certainly mean prayer for God's guidance in what you should do. Infidelity is not...
Yeah, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but he put, it may be reading an appropriate book. I can't imagine what book that would be.
It can't be written by somebody named Harry Tapman.
I hear the MLG air horns going off. An appropriate book. Illuminati confirmed.
That's awful. You know more than anybody that this is not a happy time subject.
No, it's not.
But yeah, divorce is bad. Okay?
Well, I mean, my parents are divorced. Your parents are divorced. It's.
I talked to the Bible study that I go to this morning, and like everybody saying, I said, "Oh, yep, they're going through a divorce. They're going through a divorce. They're going through a divorce." It just.
I'm gonna get real personal for a second.
Uh-oh.
Next time on We Read. This is the book song. I make it up as I go along. I'm singing so that the credits have time to roll. This is the book song. It's getting worse because I don't rehearse. So click on the next video and let's all read some books.